why you believe that you're different from me, why you believe that you couldn't raise money as easily as I can raise money. I've raised over, well, I guess we could say $6 million in the last 4 years. Raised over $6 million in the last 4 years, a combination of traditional financing, hard money, private money, seller financing, and assuming mortgages. So what makes you think that I'm special, or that there's something different about me that you don't have? Or what disadvantage did God give you, or this planet give you, or life give you, that stops you from being able to do this as easily as I've done it? I want you to write those down. What's stopping you from going and asking somebody for $1 million to go invest in a deal? If I had to go raise $1 million in the next 30 days, I would be stretched. It would be work for me, but I know I could do it. But if you said 5 million in the next 30 days, I'd sweat. I still have space to work too. We're constantly growing. We're constantly improving. And it's a skill set that you grow over time, but you got to start somewhere. My brother just raised 150,000. He's never done it before in his life. Never bought a real estate deal in his life. He borrowed 25,000 at a time, 50,000 at a time from family, friends that he didn't think had money. In fact, my brother borrowed from people that I didn't think had money. Like, I never even asked them to jump in any of my deals. Had I known, maybe I would have. I completely dismissed my entire family, aside from my dad. You know, my dad's invested 10,000, 20,000 a couple of times with us. So, like, don't dismiss people in your family. Don't dismiss friends. Write down at least three reasons why raising capital would be difficult for you. At least 3 reasons why asking somebody for $1 million or $100,000. And I also want you to write down what that cap number is. What number you feel you could raise in 30 days, and what number seems like that's the part where I feel really uncomfortable. And this isn't a time for vibrato to be like, I could do it. This is a time for being really introspective. Where is that little block? Like, where does it stop? Where does that money block stop for asking people for money for a deal? The reason we do that exercise is so that you can get a little bit more comfortable with those mindsets. You can get comfortable with the idea of lending and understand that people do want to lend. They really do want a good return on investment. They just don't know how. They don't know the process. And watching the stock market go down recently, watching crypto go down recently, and basically go sideways, I think a lot of people are looking at, hey, I don't want to put my capital at risk, but I would like to get paid. There's a lot more of that in the marketplace right now. People who don't want to put their capital at risk, but they do want to get a return on investment. And not being tied to equity, not being tied to an asset, or rather not being tied to an equity that's going up and down in value, like the stock market or crypto, is a really, really cool prospect for them right now. Knowing that this is a note backed by real estate. So whether the real estate goes up and down, it doesn't matter. They'll just own the real estate if the borrower didn't pay. So it's a very, very valuable lesson to go through and make sure that you're evaluating what your negative thoughts around raising capital are, and then shifting them over to positive thoughts.